Indecision. Today we're going to talk a little bit about indecision and how that relates to personal development and success and life improvement. So I like to consider indecision and procrastination like evil twin brothers, pretty much, where they're both related to each other, and when one pops up, usually find the other one nearby. And in my opinion, these two traits are some of the biggest causes of failure in life, whether it comes to achieving goals, learning new skills, accumulating wealth and riches, pretty much any area of life. These two often show their faces, and many people don't know how to conquer them. And I made another video about how to overcome procrastination, so if you're struggling with that, definitely check that video out. But indecision kind of goes it does go hand in hand with procrastination. You know, procrastination is when you know what you have to do and you're not doing it, or you're setting your priorities the wrong way and you're prioritizing other things over the things that you know deep down inside that you should be doing. And indecision is when you don't even know what it is that you should be doing, or that you know what you should be doing, but you're not sure how to start, or you feel like you don't have the right resources, or that now is not the right time, right? And they both pretty much boil down to you making excuses about what you should be doing or what you really want to be doing. And so you can't have any type of success without making firm decisions and carrying out those decisions. You could plan, and plans are great. Plans can save you a lot of time and trouble. But ultimately, if you keep planning and you don't take any action, you're never going to get anywhere. You're never going to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, because you're going to be thinking about it. You're going to be acquiring knowledge about it, but you're never going to be making the decision to actually start, making the decision and saying, this is my goal. Sometimes you just have to decide what your actual goal is, what you actually want to achieve in life. Some people, in fact, most people, don't really have set defined goals. Most people just kind of wing it. Most people just throw caution to the wind and they say, oh, I'll figure it out. I'll just do what my friends are doing or my family's doing. I'll look around. I'll figure it out eventually. Most people think this way. Most people don't actually have definite goals, and they certainly don't have a time frame as to when they're going to complete those goals. And both of those things are, in my opinion, very necessary. If you want to start a business, give yourself a deadline. Say, I'm going to start this business by this date. Or if you want to make a certain amount of money, I'm going to make this amount of money by this date, right? Give yourself a deadline. Make it so you have no choice but to decide to start right now. And another thing I wanted to mention is that if you want a big change in your life, you need to change your attitude. You need to change your habits. because you can't change anything unless you change your habits or your attitude. You're just going to keep doing the same thing that you've been doing for months and for years. If you just keep the same attitude, you keep the same mindset, you keep the same habits, nothing's going to change. You can't make huge, lofty changes overnight. You need to start to change the little things and incrementally build your way up to the big things. And the thing is, you can't even change the little things unless you decide to do it, right? You can't just think about it. You can't just read books about it. I mean, that stuff is great. Acquiring knowledge is great. So you have an idea of where you're going, or you have an idea of how it's going to get done. But nothing is more important than making the decision. I'm going to start right now. I'm going to take the first step right now. And the beauty about deciding, the beauty about decision is once you decide what it is that you want definitively, all of the steps are going to start falling into place. Once you take that first step, it doesn't matter what it is, and don't be a perfectionist about it. Don't stress about what the first step is going to be. Don't say, oh, I have to do it in the perfect way, because that's just stopping you from starting. That's just more excuses. Decide what it is that you want. Take the first step. No matter what it is, take the first step, and everything else will follow much more easily. Because the hardest thing is just to decide what it is you want to do and then take action on it. That's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing you'll ever do. Because even when you're going along the path, even when you're encountering roadblocks and obstacles and problems along the way, you've already decided what it is that you want. You've already mentally decided, I'm going to get here no matter what. So the problems, the obstacles, the things, the roadblocks that are getting in your way, none of that's going to matter, because you're going to find a way around it. You've already started. You're not going to quit. You've already decided what it is that you want. And that's another big thing with decisions. When you're making the decision and you're taking that first step, tell yourself, no matter what, I'm going to see this through. No matter what happens, what problems come up, what roadblocks come up, what things get in my way, I'm going to find a way around it, because I have definitively decided that this is what I truly want. I want to make 6 figures this year. I don't care what comes up. I don't care what kind of circumstances come up. I'm going to make 6 figures this year. You have to be that committed. You have to make it emotional. You have to make it personal. Because if you don't, it's going to be much easier for you to just give up and say, okay, well, you know what, let me try this other thing because this didn't really work out. You have to have the mindset of, no, there is no other thing. It's either this or there's no or. You have to realize that it's just this. You have to be so committed that there is no either I do this or I do this. No, it's just this. I'm going to do it. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to get here. Right? You have to be that committed. And when you're that committed, decision will come easily for you. Procrastination won't even exist anymore. Procrastination won't even exist because this is going to be your main focus. And it's going to be your main focus so much that to do anything else is going to physically feel uncomfortable. To do anything else is going to feel weird or wrong. To do anything else is you're going to have what you should be doing in the back of your mind, right? That is the place that I want you to get to. So I hope you're kind of getting what I'm talking about here, and you're seeing the importance of making decisions and making emotionally charged decisions and just starting it. Just make a decision and start it. And you don't have to worry about the problems, how you're going to solve them, if you're going to need help. That all of that is going to take care of itself, because when you make the firm decision, you're going to find a way. You're going to find a way. So, and another key thing I want to drop in there is have faith that you're going to find a way. Don't don't doubt yourself and say, "Oh, I might not find a way," because if you keep doubting yourself, then you're taking yourself further and further away from that path. So the more faith you have, the more trust in yourself that you have, the more trust in the decision that you made that you have, the easier it's going to be, the smoother it's going to be, and the more fun that you're going to have along the way. So that pretty much concludes this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like down below. Comment if you have any thoughts you want to share with me, or if you have any ideas for future videos. I would really appreciate it if we got some conversation going. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I'm going to be putting out some great content, and you're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you guys stay tuned for more. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.